What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? This is Jay Spruill, movies, music, sports, and life, and had the opportunity to support Black Ice Cartel in the mill. I think this is my fourth battle of theirs I've been to. The first three were at Timbuktu on the east side of Milwaukee on Center Street, and I was able to see K Shine and DNA there against the Splash Brothers. I saw Bankhead versus JC, and then I think I was there. I can't remember the other main event that I saw, but at any rate, this venue was the Miramar Theater by Riverside High School, um, right across the street from Little Caesars, over by UW Milwaukee, and I can say that venue definitely gives you a little bit more of a battle rap feel because it's so much bigger. I think the only problem is that I definitely felt it in my feet and my legs. Like I was basically wearing hooping shorts, and I had my leg sleeves that I hoop in for extra support because I knew how it was gonna be. Man, it was like 7 hours long. So this isn't a criticism of Black Ice. It's just all battle rap events. I just don't understand why they all take so long, man. Because you don't even stand on your feet for 7 hours at your job, depending on what you do for a living. Maybe Walmart, you don't get to sit down there, but most other jobs, you have an opportunity to sit down while you work. But um, before I get right to the main event, I want to say Vixen the Assassin is a sweetheart. I got a chance to talk to her. Told her I defended her in Atlanta when I saw Loso, and she got a kick out of me saying that I told Loso you ain't got to talk to my girl like that. Just having a little bit of Milwaukee pride. Um, I would say battler of the night was Young Cannon from Chicago. He battled Pro Fellini. I think he's from Davenport, Iowa. And as you might remember, that was K Shine's artist. K Shine had this thing called the Dojo. And so because of that, basically Profilini was basically NWX. Now you might remember before they broke up, Bankhead was NWX. So I'm not sure if this was a freestyle, but this was definitely the line of the night. I'm not sure a lot of people caught it. Bankhead was standing behind Profilini to support. Young Cannon said, I know he got Bank behind him to raise his interest rate, but now I got him alone. Bruh. I got Bank behind him to raise the interest rate, but now I got him alone. That's almost a quadruple entendre if you really break the bar down. So yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm already almost 4 minutes in before I even talk about that. So if you a person who knows bars, you are. That was definitely a triple entendre, but you could almost reach and make it a quadruple. It almost had four meanings. Like that was incredible bar, but the crowd loved him. I thought Profilini did good, but the the crowd just loved Young Cannon. He just had more showmanship than Profilini. Uh, I think he made his voice project the most out of anybody that night, and I think that's the hardest thing for battle rappers to do is to make their voice project. I would say battle of the night though goes to Showstopper, who is Killer B's younger brother, versus Emerson Kennedy. Man, Emerson Kennedy is the truth, man. I think I might have been the only one in the building who had him winning, but it was just barely. Only because Showstopper kind of stumbled in his third, and then he ended his third kind of bad. So I kind of felt like he had the victory in the bag, and he just didn't finish. But that's no slight to him because I've told him in person before when I felt that he beat Lotta Zay. Um, Lotta Zay really had to have some respect for him because Lotta Zay really came to rap that day, and I thought that Showstopper edged him. So that's no disrespect. I'm like I said, to me that was battle of the night. That was the best back and forth when it comes to skills. So performer of the night, Young Cannon. Battle of the night is Showstopper versus Emerson Kennedy from Salt Lake City, Utah. But y'all don't want to hear nothing about that. Y'all came to hear about Charlie Clips versus Bankhead. So let me just say it just straight out. Bankhead 2-1, 2-1 clear. Clips got the first round. And I don't even like saying Clips got the first round only because Clips is so talented that I think from what I was hearing and what I know about Clips, I think his first round was part freestyle and part written. If it was all written, then Clips is a master of coming off as if everything he says is freestyle. But I've been watching Charlie Clips long enough to the point that now I can tell 100% when he's just all freestyling. So the line that won him the battle in the first round is he was talking about um, how skinny Bankhead is. But we've all known that about Bankhead. He's always been thin. And he basically said, "You so skinny, you look like a bank. I mean, you so skinny, you look like a base head." Then he went back around and said, "So you got shot a few times, huh? Survive? Well, what you think you Tupac?" He says, "I don't care whatever you heard before. Just because you look like a Fina, it don't make you Shakur." And the crowd lost it. So just a very slight reach with a Fina as opposed to just calling him a dope fiend. But that's a very small reach that you can't really count against him. So that type of writing, Bankhead had a solid first, but I mean, it's Clips. It was just a little bit more powerful. Now we get into the second and the third round. Bankhead, solid once again. And I apologize that I didn't remember all the bars off the top of my head, but just trust me when I tell you that Bankhead was spinning. And I think my feet were hurting from standing up for so long. I probably would have, wrote some stuff down in my phone. But what I started to notice is that Clips was freestyling more and more to the point that to me, I felt that he freestyled his entire second round. And I could hear people around me talking. They were getting kind of irritated by that. Because what Danny Myers and Clips have in common is that sometimes when they rely on the freestyle a lot, it starts to become less and less cold, the stuff that they say. And Clips wasn't 100% irritated yet, but I could tell in the second round he was starting to get irritated by the fact that he wasn't getting the reactions. But the reality is you weren't getting reactions because it just wasn't as good as your first. Because once again, you probably freestyling. Third round, so Bankhead got that to me clear. Third round, Bankhead has another solid performance, another solid round. And now, at this point, to me, Clips is just falling apart in terms of he freestyling. And one thing that is a dead giveaway about Clips, maybe, and maybe Danny Myers. They the only two that I see do it. Once you start freestyling about the entourage or people in the crowd, is a sign that you didn't write anything, and now I'm attacking your entourage in the crowd instead of my opponent. So, and then he'll say some real drawn out stuff and then try to bring it back to Bankhead, and then it just don't hit because battle rap audiences, we are intelligent. We can tell at this point, man, you had to go all the way around the world to try to bring it back to Bankhead, and you can tell you didn't write this for Bankhead. So Clips got like, I think a slight boo or maybe a couple like little mild boos, and he just got very angry. He said SMD. He put SMD into a bar, and then he put something into a bar about after the battle, you can find me so I can blame you. And we all know that that's battle rap, but it got real quiet in the room. And I think it got quiet because people didn't want to mess up the event by going back and forth with Clips. And Milwaukee is not really a city where you want to threaten any type of Thule violence. Even if it's a rap bar, Milwaukee is just not the city for that. So to me, Clips totally like lost the crowd in that third. And to me that gave Bankhead the victory just clearly. I would just, to me, the best way I can compare it, if you watch Charlie Clips versus Jazz and how Clips started getting mad at the crowd in Atlanta and started going back and forth with the crowd in Atlanta, it was the exact same thing. So I highly doubt that Charlie Clips is watching, this video. But what I would say, man, is just like ARP made you put it in your contract that you have to write all three of your rounds and it's no freestyle against Rosenberg Raw. I just think going forward, man, you should maybe only freestyle a few rebuttals and stuff like that, but you got to start writing your rounds, man, because you've always been a crowd favorite, and I think you're starting to become kind of a crowd enemy because you get upset when people are expecting more from you. And that's not really our fault. We should expect more from you. But salute to Black Ice Cartel, salute to John Doe, salute to Ice, salute to Bankhead, and I'm out of here.